Hello to all. How are you all doing today? I hope that you had a wonderful weekend and had a good time spending time with your loved ones, your family, and those that you love and care about. I hope all is well with you, for you, and all things pertaining to you. And I've been having, some thoughts lately. So I noticed that we have a large population of Black Christians who decided that they want to vote for the right. And I'm not here to change their mind. I have questions, legitimate questions. I don't think God want people to die, you know. And during C-19, a lot of people's deaths could have been avoided. And due to leadership at that time, they were not avoided. And so a lot of people died. Then I hear a lot of Black Christians saying that, hey, I supported President Obama and look what he did, and all he did was everything for gays. And I felt the same way until I received some revelation on the matter. It is the following. I was corrected for thinking about the issue from the place of actual sexual intimacy. Number two, I forgot about the fact that humans in an earth realm, they have free will. They have free will. So the decision, the political decision that was made was really a financial decision in the following manner. Before they were allowed to marry same gender relationships, a lot of times their estate would be held up in probate instead of it being given to their partner. That caused a financial hardship for anyone that happens to. Number two, they were not allowed to be on their partner's health insurance policy for whatever reason. They may have needed adequate medical care for something. Things come up sometimes, and it does cost a lot of money. And health insurance help to reduce your out-of-pocket cost for health care. And that was wrong. You can enroll your kids, you can enroll everybody, this your partner, you can prove y'all live at the same house, how long you've been together, and they still, nope, you gotta be only your spouse and children. Nope, only your spouse and children. So it was a financial reason. Tax breaks as far as just like any other married couple get, you know. Yeah, because single, they are busting your head wide open with taxes. If you know, you know. And so it was an approach of finances to financially protect one demographic, whereas they were not afforded that previously. Previously, a child could be 15, 16 years old, go get married, and they would have had more financial protection than adult same gender relationships. Yeah, a kid can get the permission of their parents, be 15 years old, run off, get married to a 17-year-old, and they were protected with adult rights and abilities that protected them and afforded them financial gains and benefits that way. But that same gender relationship didn't have that same protection. Not only that, when we have a problem with the law, a lot of us are looking at it from the lens of what they're actually physically and sexually doing. We haven't done a good job of looking at this from a financial and political lens. We haven't done well with that topic. And I'm guilty of the same problem or behavior, excuse me. And it causes me to not make a rational decision about how I feel about that now. I can tell you if I do, if we earth realm, prevented them from marrying, we could also say that every marriage should not exist. We have marriages that exist where people are experiencing DV. We have marriages that we have children being neglected and abused. We have marriages where they don't even see this person they are married to. We have marriages that exist that are not beneficial to one party or the other or both parties. And they're just doing it for what reason? The opinions of man. But society seems don't have an opinion about how toxic they may be. They're more bothered by who's having sex with who and who got married. When there's a whole lot of sin to pass around when it comes to heterosexual marriages. Let's not talk about the cheating. Let's not talk about the deception. Let's not talk about drug addictions, alcoholisms that are riddling these families. No word on that. No strong position on that from the Black community. We haven't even taken a strong stance against DV yet. We still whisper and hide it. Instead of us, we supposed to be light. That means shine light on dark subjects. But we don't do that because we are so busy worrying about where it goes and which hole being used. You're so caught up in fantasizing about what they're doing. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And your whole existence, it isn't about same gender marriages. You're lying to yourself and you're lying about the word. Looking the Bible, is that the most egregious thing he said one could do on earth? That's clearly unforgivable. And I think it's odd that you seem to skip over. He said they shouldn't do it. But then he turns around and remind you that they will do it. Man laying with man as if for woman. He said they're gonna do it. He didn't tell you what did he tell you to do about it? He said they're gonna do it and they shouldn't do it. But what did he tell you to do about it? I'm waiting on that answer. Then there's the matter of representation that we have had a tremendous push. We've done a wonderful job of having adequate representation. It's beautiful. Hmm. But when a certain party wanted representation of Black people and showing his support for Black people, he went and found rappers, violent criminals, abusers, drug users, and all of that. That's who they found. Does that represent Black Christianity by any chance? Let's see. Let me say this again. He went and gave a pardon to people so that he can be seen taking pictures with the criminals, drug dealers, and rappers who rapping about unaliving their own, impregnating their own, objectifying their own, exploiting their own. But he's so holy and righteous, right? He's such a man of God. and worthy of your support, according to you as a Black Christian. But yet, those he chose to support check every single box for the stereotype that his supporters say about black men specifically: violent, criminals, irresponsible, drugs. And lo and behold, guess who he's standing there with? But after that, have you seen him playing any of these people music by any chance? Have you seen him show up to events that are get catered to and specifically about the Black populace? And what do he know by any chance about the needs of Black Americans beyond the gullibility of church folks? I hate to say that, but you are being gullible at this time and irresponsible if you have not considered some of the things I'm saying. You just pick one pillar of our community. He has been passionate about doing something about it. If I missed anything, please comment below and let me know. Hmm. And then this is my parting talking point. One particular party decided they wanted to get rid of what they nastily call Obamacare, when in reality it is healthcare.gov, excuse me. They call it the marketplace. People can choose what policy coverage and all of that they were going to get because it's necessary. They have families, they can afford their employer insurance, and they do need health insurance for themselves and their families. They're working poor, they're not eligible for Medicare, Medicaid. They're not old enough for Medicare. They're not disabled. So without the marketplace, they would have gone uninsured, and that could lead to catastrophic consequences that are driven solely by their health conditions. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but our community, we still are trying to fight hypertension. We're still trying to fight diabetes. We're still trying to fight HIV and AIDS. We're still trying to fight COPD. We're still trying to fight these things, get people the help and care and medicine they need. Now, some of you don't do nothing for your family. You don't help them. You don't go to no appointments with them or nothing. In some states, the darn system in the health insurance has to fill in the gap because you don't take care of your families. They don't sacrifice everything, gave you money and all kinds of stuff, helped you, watched you as a kid so your mama and daddy could work. And now when they need to get to a basic doctor's appointment, you too busy. They need somebody to get them a ride to the pharmacy. You too busy. They need a way to get to the grocery store. You too busy. And unfortunately, the darn government has had to step in and do things that the Black community should be responsible for their own independent families. But when you get that selfish, yeah, people will manipulate you because you're showing yourself the number one, not have family values. Number two, horrible character. Number three, selfish. Number four, greedy. Your own family, your own flesh and blood. Too busy, too busy. You ain't too busy to be running after that woman. You ain't too busy to be running after that man. Oh no, you ain't too busy for that, are you? The government paying for these people to catch rides, vans, Ubers, Lyfts, because if Black families are not being Black families. You're not. And then you want to be sitting out there. I'm a Christian based on my faith. I'm going with him. What is your faith? I mean, specifically, what is it? Huh? It don't. I mean, this. I mean, just lining up actions with words. It's they're not matching. They're not matching at this time. They're not matching, and unfortunately, those programs did not come into place until someone else put them there. But it wasn't your guy that you're planning on supporting. Who taking these people to what's the name of it? People be going to dialysis. Who taking them to the heart center? Who's taking them just to be able to go to a track or something to walk so they can try to maintain a little mobility they have a little longer? Who going by there just doing normal stretches with them? Who's coming by there at least so they can get out of the dang house and be around other people? Or you just left them there to experience the leading cause of death at this time. It is loneliness. And it's deliberate. The enemy, he's pushing that agenda hard and it's working. And just know what you're supporting will snatch all of that. But keep in mind, saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, foot stomping, devil chasing, you are not willing to do it yourself. So where are these people supposed to get medical care from? If you want to take it from them, where are they going to get medical? They can't get Medicaid. They're not eligible. They're not old enough for Medicare. But you would rather see these people suffer and die. All because you don't like two people having sex. And that means more than people's health and mortality to a Black Christian. Oh, okay. Have a good night, dear. You take care.